Awkward Mafia.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to another episode of Awkward Mafia Watches Stranger Things 3. I'm Jesse.
I'm Golden.
Today we are watching Chapter 4, Season 3. Alright, what happened last time?
Stepford Wives situation.
Oh yeah, the invasion of the body snatchers there. Billy's really infecting... He was really lucky that one girl who was also a lifeguard that had a crush on him, her father runs the newspaper.
Yeah.
Where the only other people who are or might be getting onto this work.
Yeah.
So he started with the right family.
He's a really good manager, like for the wrong people.
I think Billy found his calling.
Yeah.
But he met 11 for the first time, but the thing infecting him has met her before.
Yeah. And
so now he knows everything, which is bad, especially for his sister, who has to go home. That's the point. I think they left a note too for Hopper saying that she's gonna sleep over at Max's house tonight, as an excuse for why they're out investigating.
Oh yeah.
So Billy's gonna show up, right? Unless he's staying at that house that night. I don't know. At the girl's house.
I think he might not go home anymore, and just that's base of operations.
I mean, I think he's pretty erratic when he is and is not home anyway.
Yes.
His parents are not very good at being parents.
Explains Billy.
I mean the dad. I mean, they're a melded family, or whatever the term it is.
Yeah.
You know, the mom and dad married, and they're all step, but they've been together for a year up into season 2, so year or two plus now. So yeah, 11 and Max are kind of on to Billy, or at least 11 is. I don't know if Max is convinced.
Yeah.
Dustin, Steve, and Robin have found the Russian base.
Yes.
Or where they're active anyway. Hopper and Will's mom, whose name escapes me, there's so many names, they went to the old lab where Hopper was beat up by a Russian guy, and then he just left. And we were like, why? Why did this happen?
It's got security cams just to beat up people.
What was the goal here? Max and Lucas were jerks, and Will finally realized, oh crap, this isn't just a paranoia, this is real, he's back. And now those three are kind of in the loop of what's going on. Yeah. And Nancy and Jonathan are still investigating the rats. They're looking for proof, and in doing so found the adorable old lady eating fertilizer. So I think they're eating the fertilizer to explode themselves.
Faster, kills them faster.
Yes, kills them faster so that there can be goo, join the master goo that infected Billy in the first/second episode. I'm editing the episodes now, so I totally forgot what happened when we watched the last episode, but now I've re-seen most of the first 2 episodes, so I remember a lot more what happened. Alrighty. Let's not dilly-dally anymore. Let's watch. But first, you at home, watch this on Netflix first. You have Netflix, okay? Don't watch us watch this and thinking, yeah, I saw season 3. Yeah. I mean, I saw an abridged version, basically, where they cut out a lot of it and these 2 guys talk over it all the time. But I basically saw... No, you didn't.
No. There's so much.
Netflix doesn't make a profit, okay? They need all the money they can get. Okay, now let's watch. Oh my god. Oh, that cop.
Okay, so you two want to explain to me what in the name of Jesus just happened here?
Oh. So he's not infected yet. We're gonna see it again? Oh, is that it? Yeah, I can see it through the mist.
Nobody made that.
Oh my
get
god.
rescued, how it's more.
It's like it's in the shape of the smoke monster.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well. Yeah, that's disgusting.
Ugh. It's real gross. Alright, so it's affecting whoever can. Like the worker infected are trying to like just build up mass to die to form a body for this thing.
Yeah.
And the higher up infected are, I guess, going to help smooth the way for it to take over. Because the old lady got infected by one of the little worker ones, so she's just working. And there's nothing she can do to help them otherwise. I guess.
That's. Oh my gosh.
And Billy is helping. He's been very helpful.
I feel like the good guys are like so far away from like
What's
putting
really
a
going
move
on?
on this.
Well, because a lot of them are like hooked on the the sauna test. Oh, for infected, the heat. But they're on the Russia thing, which it's not like that connected to what's really going on. I think they might be trying to use it. The monster might be trying to use that as an opportunity, but they're not working with the Russians. I don't think.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh God, he got the crappy out.
Popping blood.
That's it.
What are the odds that this guy registers a car in his own name?
It wasn't a car. What are you wearing?
What do you mean it wasn't a car?
Magnum PI.
Yeah, she hasn't seen his casual around the house clothes.
This is a code red.
Shut up.
I'm sleeping. Go away.
Miss Spike, do not hang up.
Something happened, something bad.
Our very lives can be at stake.
What are you talking about?
Just come over to my house. We'll explain everything. What?
Hurry.
What did
He
he say?
got you automatically hang up.
Yeah, I know.
Dustin, do you copy? I repeat, this is a code red.
Are they still on the
They're
roof?
still sticking.
Okay, they're still sticking it. I thought they were like trapped up there or something.
Whatever's in this room, whatever's in those boxes, they really don't want
It's like
anybody
a
finding
mini
it.
AK.
There's gotta be.
Bring in the police now. You found him. Call Hopper.
Yeah. He's there.
Oh,
Nancy?
sweaty too.
Jonathan?
Fact 1. You disobeyed a direct order to stop pursuing this story.
That's true.
2. You falsely identified yourselves as reporters, repeatedly lying to an elderly woman. 3. You broke into her home, committing trespass.
Door was unlocked.
4. She almost died en route to the hospital.
She would have died if we hadn't shown up.
5. Mrs. Driscoll is a paranoid schizophrenic.
Didn't know that.
Her family's furious. So furious, in fact, they've threatened litigation.
Litigation?
On what grounds?
You're fired.
Yeah,
Ruined his whole world.
that was Jonathan's dream
was-
job. But they were right. I mean, she was right. She has good instincts.
I mean, I think I just didn't want to believe it. The first time I felt it was at Day of the Dead. It's almost like, you know when you drop on a roller coaster? Sure.
Yeah. No.
Everything inside your body is just sinking all at once, but this is worse. The part that was still in me, what if it's still in our world? In Hawkins?
I don't understand. The Dimodogs died when Elle closed the gate. If the brain dies, the body dies.
We can't take any chances.
That's true. How does a piece of him survive?
Maybe it's closer to him than the
He want
dogs
to
were.
attach himself to someone again.
Maybe.
A new me.
I mean, she's gonna suspect Billy.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the name of a guy.
The name of a guy.
Yeah, I think you might know this guy.
Okay.
He was here the other day, rides a motorcycle.
Oh yeah, they passed him.
Right.
Big build, square jaw, dark hair. He's probably military, maybe ex-military. Is this ringing any bells?
This guy, when I saw him, he was coming out of your office. Okay, well, I don't remember that.
You working with the Russians?
I shake a lot of hands, you know? Operating director.
Oh, saw that coming.
Yeah.
Oh,
You broke my doctor's nose!
friend almost killed me last night, so
Wow.
I'd say we're still not even. Who is this guy? Is he government? Is he military? Who is he?
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What are you calling? The police?
I know.
That's true. Oh my gosh. And the cigar cutter.
Oh! Oh!
Oh my gosh.
I don't know his name. I swear. He gives me things sometimes.
What kind of things?
Money, presents, gifts.
What is this guy, Santa Claus?
Starcourt. Starcourt. He works for Starcourt.
The mall?
I swear. Starcourt. They own them all.
Okay.
Okay, so the Russians own the mall.
Yes, and they're trying to own the building. That's
You know what I think? I think Tom was on drugs.
What?
Did you see him? He was sweating like crazy, and his palms were clammy. He looked awful.
he's just still
is this
hella
funny to
mad.
you?
No, it's just kind of incredible. I told you over and over to drop this story.
It's a summer job. Your life is hardly over.
I don't live in a 2-story house on Maple Street. My dad doesn't earn 6 figures. Hell, he isn't even around.
Here comes the Oliver Twist routine.
Mortgage, college tuition. You know, they're real things, Nancy. Things that you don't care about only because you don't have to. You want everything handed to you on a silver platter. I mean, we were interns, Nancy. Interns. What did you expect? That you would make Star Reporter in a month? Crack the big case?
You sound just like them. You realize that, right? Just like Bruce and those assholes.
Yeah, those assholes gave us jobs.
That was humiliating. Humiliating.
Yeah, the real world sucks. Deal with it like the rest of us.
You don't know what it's like.
Oh no, is she gonna go back to Billy?
I guess they're both right. He doesn't know what it's like to be a woman, and
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like
she doesn't know what it's like to be poor. She did expect too much, but she was treated like crap.
Yeah.
And these air ducts lead all the way. Here.
Oh, wow.
It's a long crawl though.
And a small one.
And yeah.
Why aren't they calling Hopper?
Oh, he's got some disease. It's something. Yeah, I don't know. He's missing bones and stuff. You can bend like Gumbo.
You mean Gumby?
I'm pretty sure it's Gumbo. Shut up and push me. Okay.
Yeah, the actor really has that disease.
Oh, really?
That's why he doesn't have front teeth. He was like born without them.
Come on, harder. Push it. Don't play with my leg. I'm not playing. I have terrible footing. Here you go. I'm gonna just shove you. Ready? You're shoving me. 2.
How's he gonna move?
Yeah.
That work. One more time.
All hands on deck. Ahoy!
Oh wait,
Serve me some samples.
she'll fit.
Oh yeah.
Wait, they're bringing Lucas's sister?
We just have to figure out how to get him in here.
Can we lock him in? Heat him up?
No matter what happens. Well, no.
He will freak out
Oh
on
my
them.
gosh, yeah.
He will not hesitate to kill them.
4 little kids.
He almost killed them when he was a normal person.
It's very true.
Yeah, I don't know.
To be honest, I wasn't thinking about him. I wasn't thinking about anyone really. I wanted to be right. I wanted to be right so badly.
Were you?
I thought so. Maybe I just don't want to admit that I'm wrong. Because if I'm wrong, then
You're what everyone thinks you are.
just a kid who has no idea what she's doing.
You can be right and be a kid who doesn't know what they're
Yeah.
doing.
To be honest, the last one, they figured
You're
out
easy out there, Nance.
season 2.
Yeah.
People are always saying you can't, that you shouldn't. That you're not smart enough, not good enough. This world, it beats you up again and again until eventually most people, they just stop trying. But you're not like that. You're a fighter. You always have been. I honestly don't know where you get it from.
Yeah.
I think it was important for you to know the context. Hopper, he went all crazy on me.
telling me I'm spending way too much time with you. He made me lie. I mean, you're the most important thing to me in the world.
What if he's right?
What?
But if I only see you, and I'm a different species than you, then I should be with my species more.
What are you talking about?
I don't know if she's still mad at him. She's right, but
Yeah.
she also wanted to spend time with him all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little bullcrap to hold it against him.
I really hope it's not you.
Even after all the evil crap he does, she still doesn't want her evil stepbrother to be that evil.
Making a big noise.
Well, it's, the coast is clear, it doesn't matter. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Free ice cream for life.
Behind you.
Hi.
Oh! 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 Wasn't expecting that. Oh my god, they timed that.
That's actually pretty good.
Why are you all showing your faces?
Yes. Smug.
I mean, they really shouldn't. I mean, 11, fine, but like, everyone else should be like wearing masks or not like standing posing.
Everyone who doesn't have powers.
Yeah. It's an elevator, isn't it? Oh my god.
Yeah, it's an elevator.
Oh crap.
Oh, is she gonna explode?
Oh god. Is she gonna?
Who made you do it?
It's like a shadow.
I mean, that's proof.
What?
The lights. Recognize it.
Leave.
Nancy knows what this is now. Leave. Or 11 just. 11 can beat him, right? There's nothing anyone can do. Oh, except that, I guess. Oh!
Wow.
Oh god, they're a legion. Even if they kill Billy, it won't do anything. Oh my god. They have a few. Yeah. Huh.
It's quite a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so things were learned.
Right, both sides.
With the exception of Dustin, all the kids now know, like, yeah, Billy's infected. The Mind Flayer is back.
Yeah.
And it has Billy. And that's all they know. Maybe Hannah, too, I guess they would, and that they'd probably figure.
Yeah. I think Dustin is going to figure out, like, that it can open up, you know.
He's pretty smart. I'm sure he'll put it together, at least what some of the technology downstairs is. He'll probably recognize the magnet thing.
Definitely. But so Hopper, where are they?
Hopper? They are going property. Oh, to
just
look at all the properties that they bought.
Okay.
I guess the mall's their last stop. I don't know, but they're looking at all because they're buying all these properties. But some of the ones she mentioned, like the farm, that's where like a lot of stuff from last season happened.
Oh.
So the Russians probably, either through spies or just hard research, figured out where all the stuff were happening in their town to find weak points, I guess, to open a portal in.
Yeah.
Billy was strong. He almost.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he almost overpowered Elle.
I think that's one of the things, though. It's like, yeah, the monster can like power up somebody, but he was already strong himself. So
yes,
it's like,
but it affects the other. Like he's like stealing power from the others or something.
Oh,
or,
yeah.
I don't know what exactly. Because the old lady was freaking out. But that means all those other people.
Yeah.
Although I think they were just standing in that warehouse, but
yeah, just screaming.
But if they were just out in the world, like being sleeper age, they would just be like, oh,
yeah.
The jig would have been up.
Yeah.
Where were those nurses? Where was literally any other set of eyes to corroborate her story? But she saw the line. I mean, she was there when Will was exorcised, so she knows the vein look and she knows the flickering lights.
Right.
Nancy's putting it all together. Like, oh crap, it's freaking him. Which means she's probably gonna go to Jonathan again and say, "I was right. He's back," and he's gonna go, "Really, Nan?" Like every season, he's like, "I don't believe this thing I've seen before." Or first season, he was in publicly in the street yelling at his mom that she's crazy. None of this is real. And then later in the episode realized, oh crap, it was real, and then didn't tell her until the end of the season.
So do you think he's gonna go to Jonathan or his mom?
I don't think she'll be able to find the mom. So I think her instinct is going to go to Jonathan, the closest person she is to, who is aware of what's going on. She might try to be. I mean, I would try to find my brother too, Mike.
Yeah.
And check on Will. But I'm thinking she's going to go to Jonathan, because I think even if she does try those things, she probably won't be able to find anyone else.
Does she know about Elle and her powers?
Yes.
So
she's seen it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably next stop. Powered up kid. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. If she's aware of all this, then if she were smart, I mean, she is smart. She has good instincts, but she makes weird choices. Except for the times when she makes great choices. It's weird. Sometimes she'll make bad choices because that's what the plot needs, and it's like, come on. It's inconsistent, this character who every now and then comes up with really good plans. They almost caught the monster that one time with the bear trap.
Oh yeah.
And all that stuff. It almost worked, but she didn't know like some of the details, like the universe hopping thing.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But she's probably gonna go Jonathan. Even though if I were her, I would check on the kids because they were the ones who are always in the most trouble with this, and then find Hopper.
All episode.
This is my biggest problem last season. Why aren't they finding Hopper?
The sheriff,
like he not only is he's a guy in power who will believe you and could actually do things.
Also he'd probably just tell them to stay out of it too.
Yes, but
which they should.
I mean, yes, they should. But when guns become get introduced, when you are proven right about the Russians and your goal is
find an adult that
to get credit for this. Find Hopper, and I mean, maybe they think Hopper would cover it up because like he covered everything else up. But Russians are not the same as interdimensional monsters. You have a decent shot of getting credit for this if it's just Russians, and as far as I know, it's just Russians, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the Dustin and Steve group, which now includes Erica,
and
then I expect Erica to join. The cast.
Small spaces. Yeah, at first she was just like the kind of just annoying...
A background comic relief.
Young little sister.
Yeah. So, okay, so the Russians own the mall. The Russians are buying up the properties where there's interdimensional activity so that they can breach into the other dimension for reasons. I assume they're good enough reasons, like
I want to say harvesting, like
resources?
Some type of resource from,
I mean, the U.S. government was using the other dimension for something. We never saw what exactly they were doing, but they were building machines in the Upside Down, like weather tracking or something. I don't know. My thought was I used to believe that the Upside Down was like the spirit world, like a mirror demon world of our world.
I see, yeah.
But now I think, based on what I've seen in this season, it's not. It's a parallel Earth that the Mind Flayer invaded a few years ago.
Oh, so you think that's like recently that it...
That's why it's so similar.
I see. Okay.
Because up until recently, it was our world. But now it's like been turned by this thing from another dimension. And now it's trying to get into our dimension.
It's like, I got one, another one.
Who knows how many it's had? But it just goes, it grows the vines, it makes the monsters, and then just kind of controls everything. And then it moves on like a virus. So I forgot where I was going with it.
No, yeah. So it's like a parallel Earth. Let's just And this is just the most recent one in its
conquest. Yeah. Yes, exactly. I don't know if there are. So I used to think that the equipment they were building was spy equipment, since it was like a spirit demon world. It had ties to our world in the same way that because Will could understand what was happening in our world when he was trapped there.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe they were just setting up spy satellites that can be detected.
Well, I think that's why that was part of the reason why they had the children 11 is so that they could spy on the world.
Yes.
Because they could see into it, and also, hey, side note, they could actually use them as weapons and spy satellites in this other dimension to see what's going on.
But yeah, if it is actually parallel universe, and it's weird that people in the Upside Down can hear our world. Because in the first season, Will and I think even Jonathan, Jonathan's mom, were able to sense and hear what was going on in our world.
I think when that was when the gate was open.
Maybe.
So it was a little closer.
My theory used to be that 11 it was a spirit world, and that 11 was psychically linked to that world. That's what gave her her powers. Right. But if it is in fact a parallel Earth, just a normal Earth that got effed up by these things, that complicates that other stuff a little bit more. Maybe she gets a power from a pocket dimension, that black space with the water floor.
Well, they were always it's just the whole American government always doing these weird experiments on people.
Yes.
Especially in the 60s.
Yes, they did do real psychic testing. They were working on the theory that there were people with powers in our world, and with no allegedly no success.
Yeah.
There's a movie about the men who speak with goats.
Yeah.
Based on true stories, they really did try to communicate with goats by taking a lot of LSD.
Yeah.
That's a real thing our government spent money on.
It's in a book, a blue book.
Yep. But the 11 stuff is very much based on those tests, and that we got some results.
Because what was the other girl? Was 14 or
8?
8.
8 was the only other living member we know of.
Yeah.
And she could make people see things.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could just be her power is she just is psychic and just happened to make psychic contact with the Demogorgon. And that allowed her to open the portal. Her powers are not from the Upside Down. She just was able to connect to the Upside Down through her powers. And it's a coincidence.
Yeah.
Or not coincidence, but it's not directly related. It just happened. That's possible. I don't know. I'm hoping in this season we'll figure out what is the Upside Down and what is the Mind Flayer. I mean, we don't have to know the origin, but just okay, what is it? Is it a parallel Earth or is it a spirit world?
Yeah.
Because I like the idea of finding a mystical spirit mirror dimension through science. It's very Ghostbusters. It's ancient prophecies of old gods, lasers.
Well, and that's what I'm kind of expecting, since Hopper. I can't remember her name. Will's mom.
I think that's her name.
Bad. Kind of they're doing the investigating part.
Yeah.
And maybe they're going to find some of the Russians' paperwork, and they're going to
I mean, they don't know that it's the Russians. They're they're on the. I don't know what train they're on, but they know there's someone's building a machine. I think they think it's the U.S. government. Still.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't mention Russian. He just said ex-military.
Yeah.
Kind of looking person. And it's either their team or the team Dustin. I'm just gonna say it's his team. is gonna find some type of like paperwork to kind of explain something.
Some kind of proof that
Yeah.
When at the end of the season they all meet up and compare notes, instead of doing it in the beginning, why do they always not check in with each? I mean, they tried to get Dustin dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
They tried to bring him in on this, and he just wasn't paying attention.
He was from the beginning pissed that they were like.
Yeah.
I think he made up his girlfriend.
Yeah, and somewhat ditched him on his first day back.
Yeah.
Although I argue when it's late, they're not ditching you, it's over. Like, we have to go home.
Yeah.
We're not ditching. We spent all day with you.
We built this thing.
We helped you build this thing. We hung out with you all day. The day is over. We're going home. Glad you're back. Will even said we should play D&D tomorrow, and Dustin blew him off. Like,
Yeah.
Mike and 11 are the only ones who ditched. But anyway, Dustin. I think the Dustin group is the one that's pissing me off because they're ignoring the other kids and they're actively not seeking the help of adults who could help, who they know could help, because they want credit or something stupid. They want credit and ice cream.
I think Robin.
That's the whole
motivation. I think Robin just feels pretty smart. She can feel like she can figure this out.
Yes, if I feel like if Robin knew about Hopper, she would be saying, "Why aren't we bringing that guy in?"
Yeah.
You know, the guy who fought other guys with guns, the guy with ties to the government, and like could help us. Because she said she was only doing this because she was bored, and now it's more like, oh crap, we should do something.
Yeah.
I think she has more like a responsibility at this point.
Yeah.
And Dustin and Steve are just idiots.
Steve's has mostly been the kind of like, oh, I want to like, do something, but let's not go too far. He's always been like...
He's been more cautious.
Yeah.
He's not been cautious in this.
No.
Pushing all the buttons, just pulling things out, a glow, pushing Dustin in the vents. It's like...
Hey, Dustin told him.
I know. Dustin has that disease
But,
where
right?
he was born without some bones.
Why you listen to a kid?
I mean, compared to Steve, Dustin is very smart. I mean, Steve is with the advice on like life, and Dustin's really good at building things and knowing facts. But they both have such horrible judgment in everything else.
Yeah.
But I must say, I love their relationship. I'm so glad they're soul brothers. You know, it's like they're not from the same families, but like they were always meant to be brothers.
They bonded over hair experiences and hair products.
And they're very different, but they mesh very well together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like their relationship. I hate what they're doing this season. Like what
we're not doing.
What they were doing last season, I only kind of remember. I mean, I remember what they were doing, but I do remember getting mad. I don't remember why I was mad.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was more understandable what they were doing last season.
He did have like a pretty good idea of like fighting against the like demigods.
Yes, they had a good plan. They just didn't expect there to be so many.
Yeah, they thought it was just one.
They thought it was one, but like, yeah, of course it wasn't one.
Breeding.
Yeah. And this season is just like, I think I was saying this last season too. Call Hopper. Why aren't you calling Hopper? I mean, the kids I kind of get not calling Hopper. They don't know what's going on for sure.
Yeah.
And also Mike is afraid of him. And 11 might be mad at him. I feel like she's more mad at Mike now, and I don't know why exactly.
11 feels more empowered that she can do things herself. Like,
yes, but I don't know why she's mad at Mike for that. It's not like Mike manipulated her and hid her from the world.
I think Max is more in
That's
her
true.
head. It's like, well,
but I mean, because Hopper was wrong about how he was right, and Max is also right. They're all right, and Mike is wrong.
They're just taking their how right they are a little bit too far.
I mean, yeah, they're all right for the wrong way, or they're all wrong in how they're doing it the right way.
They're right. They're just going about it the wrong way.
Yeah, they're right for the wrong reasons. I guess. I mean, they did spend way too much time together.
Yeah.
They were too all up in each other's lives and worlds and shutting everyone else out, and it wasn't healthy.
Yeah.
So it's good to set some boundaries and like hang out with other people, but they don't need to break up.
Yeah.
They don't need to be mad at each other about it. Yeah. Mike's not even the one who was mad. He was mad at Hopper, and he felt like he was between a rock and a hard place where he had to lie about not be with her that day, and she got all mad about it.
Yeah. Well, the part where he messed up was when he was gossiping, and he was just like,
well, I mean,
yeah. But it was like,
but it was
they're just talking.
It was harmless. I think she took it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because women are no species is not derogatory. It's kind of derogatory, but I mean, it's not intended as being derogatory. It's more of like they're different.
Also, I mean, outside of the rest of the context of the show, don't spy on people. That's messed up.
Yeah, well, yeah, because Mike was mad that she was spying on him. Because she shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was like, whatever. And it's like, well, you can't be mad at him for lying under threat, and you're just choosing to spy. Again, I think that was Max's influence. But overall, I like her and Max hanging out.
Yeah.
But Max is kind of biased at the moment, and it's kind of affecting 11.
Yeah.
But I think after like risking their lives to save each other, they might be mending.
Yeah.
The little rough patch. But I hope at the end of the season they realize, okay, we're gonna cool it a bit. And we're not gonna break up, but like we're gonna cut down on PDA. And we're going to dedicate more time to our friends and our friends apart. Like, the guys will go D&D and the girls will read comics. Like, fine, that's great. Every now and then, it's summer, you don't have school. You can spend, like, a weekend apart hanging out with your own gendered friends. Or even mix it up. Maybe have 11 hang out with the guys and... Well, it'd be weird if it's just Mike and Max, but maybe Mike, Max, and Lucas can hang out while Dustin and Will hang out with 11.
How often do 11 and Lucas hang out?
Yeah. Or Will. She barely knows Will.
I know, like, in the beginning, I was, like, hard on Will, because, like, no, you were a spy last time. Like, now I feel really bad for him.
Yeah, well, he wasn't really controlling that.
Yeah. Now I feel bad.
I really feel bad for Will this season, because he is not interested in girls at the moment. He might never be. And that's fine, but like it's hard when, everyone else is so obsessed with it.
He lost like a whole year of his life.
I know, yeah, he wants to be a kid longer. Fine. He went through trauma literally no one else in the world had gone through, Let him have childhood, guys. And I think they realized that too late.
Stuck in another dimension. Taken over by another creature.
I mean, him and Lucas realized after he was stormed off, and they were like making fun of his D&D thing. They were just like, crap.
Yeah, we're
crap. Will does have it worse than us in every conceivable way. That is true.
He's very poor.
He's poor. He lost 2 years of his life. If you think about it.
Dang. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, let's have normal. But he wants to go back to when we were having fun, and we've never gone back to that really. No. Yeah, poor Will. But next episode, the elevator will land, and we'll see what that's about. The monster knows that the kids know, and soon the Russians will know what the adults are doing. Yeah. So. Yeah. And we'll see how Nancy reacts to realizing, oh crap, it's this again. It's really this again? How many times is the same thing gonna happen?
It's gonna be like the last episode. They're gonna be like, maybe we should call Hopper.
She's not gonna go for Hopper because reasons. Maybe she'll think Hopper will try to be a man, do the man thing of recent and push her out. Or tell her she can't handle this.
Yeah.
I can see that be her reason for not including Hopper, which is, he's just another man who's going to tell me I can't do this. And then John will be like, well, maybe you shouldn't do this.
To be fair, that's a lot of like how it's like kind of like his mind, like the way he thinks is more like men women superiority kind of thing.
Hopper is close to that school thought. I mean, he has a lot of respect for Will's mom.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he does think he knows best a lot.
Yeah.
But she was like the first person with very little evidence to realize what was going on.
Yeah. Off of magnets.
Well, that, but I mean, like in the first season, she figured out a lot of stuff on her own.
Yeah.
And she was very smart in how she figured it out.
How to
and
communicate with the Christmas lights.
And she had she was basing this on very little. Just like a ghost in her house. And she realized like it was real. Even though everyone else told her she was wrong. And she had no idea about 11. Like the kids they had proof in front of them that something was going on. She had like very little. So like when it comes to weird conspiracy stuff, her and Nancy like have very strong instincts.
Very true.
And Hopper is very good at what he does. He's just, I don't know, kind of, he's like a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
He doesn't know finesse very well. I mean, he knows how to like play the game with like federal agents.
Yeah.
But like he has no finesse in investigating, and he's very much seeing is believing. If he doesn't have evidence for him, he's not going to believe it. Whereas, Will's mom is like, I'm open. I notice little weird things, and I can hone in on them, and realize that that's something. And whereas Hopper would just go right past it, going, "That's coincidence. It doesn't matter. It's weird. Who cares?" But when he sees it, he's like, oh, "Okay, I know exactly what to do." So yeah, they do work well together. They're both kind of sides of the investigation. And kind of like Nancy and Jonathan. Jonathan is also very matter of fact. He won't believe something unless he sees it.
Yeah.
And Nancy is more open to like, oh, this is something. I know there's something here.
Yeah.
Your gut. Whereas Jonathan doesn't really have much of a gut.
Yeah. She'll move on her gut.
Yes.
He'll be like, I guess I'm tagging along.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Getting dragged along.
So I'm wondering if he will get dragged along on this, or he's just done. I mean, if Will is in danger, Jonathan will do whatever he can to help. But I doubt they will know. I mean, Jonathan is like so dedicated to his brother, and yet they have so few scenes in this entire series. Like, if you look at this whole series, they actually don't spend that much time together. Because, I mean, they had a lot of scenes in the past and flashbacks.
To be fair, he did the last 2 years. He didn't really have time.
I mean, yeah, he was gone in the first season, and in the second season, he was trying to be around Will a lot. Will was like, "Some space, please." Like, can we go on our own and you can do your own thing? And he was like, "Oh, okay." And then from that point on, they just were not together.
Yeah.
And Nancy barely talks to Mike. Like, they haven't had any scenes together this season.
Yeah.
And I think it was season 1. They said let's be better brother and sister to each other. Let's be in each other's lives more. And then they didn't in season 2, and then they kind of at the end, because she was chaperoning his dance, so it's kind of okay, now we're kind of we are going to be brother and sister more. But honestly, Steve and Dustin are the most the best siblings on this show.
Brothers without blood.
They spend the most time together out of all the siblings.
Yeah. I
mean, even Lucas and Erica spend
I was
time
going to say, coming in second, Lucas and Erica.
And they hate each other. So it's just, I don't know. I would like Mike and Nancy to do stuff more, because it was cool when they were teaming up in season 1. I want that to happen. And then she, in season 2, she left to be with Will and Jonathan.
Yeah. I think they just hone in on their own
Yeah, they're very different people, and I guess I don't know. I would like to see that. Because they keep saying we're gonna do this, and I'm not seeing it happen. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. What's the question this episode?
Best sibling.
Who's the best siblings?
Actual siblings, or
Rank-
are you gonna put in Dustin and Steve?
Rank the siblings, like from
like
best
that.
to worst. We got Mike and Nancy, Jonathan and Will, Lucas and Erica, and Dustin and Steve. Are there any other siblings? I think that's all the main ones.
Billy and Max.
Oh yeah, Billy and Max. There was a little touching moment in this one because Billy is such like a boogeyman in Max's life. I'm surprised she felt for him so much.
Yeah. I think she kind of also knows that his dad beats him.
She lives with him, so she knows probably now more. It's been 6 months they've been living together.
He
here.
does, yeah.
So she probably sees like, oh, your dad's awful.
If anything, I think by him taking the beatings, he kind of hedges it for instead of.
You think he would hit her? I don't think he would, because that's not his. It's not his kid, and then the mom. He wants the mom to like him.
True. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if Max is ever under threat of violence, but I think she sees that he is constantly.
Yeah. I guess. Well.
Also, they kind of blamed each other in the beginning of season 2 for where their lives, for her not seeing her dad anymore and for him having to move. They blamed each other, and it's like, no, it's not really either your guys' fault that happened. But Billy is like, I guess he's not a sociopath, he's a narcissist, which is a notch below sociopath. Which is, you have empathy, but you can only really see things from your own perspective. And I think Billy is a narcissist, and he's not a good guy. But I think Max, wherever it happened in the last 6 months, she leveled the playing field by knocking him out in season 2. So he kind of stopped messing with her. But I think she learned more about him in that time, and probably was like, he's a jerk, but I know why he's a jerk, and it sucks that he's being possessed right now.
Yeah.
Because
she didn't want to. Yeah, she didn't want to believe it that he was.
She was hoping it wasn't true.
Yeah.
And also, I think him sad and crying, saying, I didn't want to do this, I think he was telling the truth.
Yeah.
But he was also at the same time grabbing a sharp thing because his body is under control.
Yeah.
So, yeah, put them on the list too. rank them from, I guess that's 5 siblings?
Yeah.
Yeah. From 1 to 5, 1 being the best and 5 being the worst. Let us know what the sibling rankings are on Stranger Things. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.